Hello my loves, if you want to see how I used some beautiful new gel polish from to create these nails, keep on watching. Righty-ho, let's get down to business. So I was sent these beautiful gel polishes from to review and do some work with. There's a collection of 6. A couple of the little things have come loose, I think, in postage, a couple of the little colour dots. I'll list all of them in the description box, but I'm just showing you what the colours are like. They're like beautiful. They're not pastel, but they're soft. They're really nice. is made here in the UK, so it's a UK-based product, and I've got quite a few of their gels actually, and their builder gel, and some glitters and some brushes, and their lamp. And one thing I'll say, the base coat is a lot thicker than a lot of base coats. It's really, really good for evening out the nail surface. It's not as thick as a builder gel, like builder in a bottle, but it's not far off. It's really, really good for evening out the nail surface and creating a nice sort of a better base, I guess, because if your gel base is a bit watery, a bit thin, it's just going to cover the nail. But if you've got a little bit more thickness to it, a thicker viscosity, it gets in the little ridges and any dinks and dents, because if you're working on natural nails or acrylic, whatever that you've filed, and it evens it all out, like if you did a thin layer of builder gel. And it's a 30-second cure. Right, let me talk you through what I'm doing. So the first colour I'm using, I've got to get all these in order now. This one is called Let Them Eat Cake. And I'm going to do like a tie-dye with all these. This is the thumbnail that I'm doing. This is called Easy as Pie. I love this, making me hungry though. They're good coverage as well, really good coverage. I'm going to do like a tie-dye, so I'm just doing little levels. I'm not curing it yet. Just a single coat. Don't need to do double coat. This one is called Squeeze the Day. I love the names, they're so cute. And we'll do the same again, just go along in a nice little line. There we go. The next colour is Mint to Be. It was meant to be. Sorry, I can't stop it. I'm delirious. I've had too much sunshine. Is that such a thing? Too much sunshine? And then the purple is called Lazy Sundays. Oh no, we're not using the purple yet. We're using this one. Don't Trifle With Me. Oh my God, I love it. Don't trifle with me. Then it's Lazy Sundays. If you just heard that noise, it wasn't my bottom, it was my chair, I promise. I've got a squeaky chair, and every now and again it sounds a bit like a bottom burp. Right, so don't cure, leave these as they are. I'm going to get my S1 brush, so it's the shorter of the 2 striper brushes, and I'm going to go all the way down and then all the way down in the middle. It's not perfectly straight because I had a right twitch on my bad shoulder. Really twitchy it was. All the way up in between, all the way up. Sorry, I went out of shot. And then at the sides as well. Don't forget the sides. I'm going to go all the way up at the sides. I know you can't see it very well. I really do apologise. I think it's a little bit better this side. There you go. You can just see I'm just dragging it right up like that. So simple. Just clean the brush in between each stroke, and then I went over them again a bit slower, just because they sort of merged back into each other a little bit. It's not perfectly kind of straight lines, but I like it. I'm sure if I had a slightly more sturdy shoulder, it'd be a bit better. Right, this is a glitter It is called Golden White Iridescent, and I've got their P1, which is actually their pigment brush, but I love it. It's so fluffy. I like using it to kind of sprinkle glitter on. Look at that. So I'm literally just going to, I've cured it for 30 seconds and it has a sticky layer. So I'm just going to tap the glitter into the sticky layer without touching the brush on the nail, because I don't want to trash my brush. And I'll show you another way as well to get the glitter off if you want a little bit more coverage, or you want it kind of just more control, I suppose. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? A little bit of a sprinkle, tap, tap. And then if I show you, there you go, just flick the bristles as well. And it kind of rains glitter down on the nail. That's a good way. Flicky the glitter, la 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 la. It makes my desk really pretty as well. And then I'll just use my finger to just pat it, just to make sure that that glitter's laying flat, because I don't want it sticking up. I don't want a lumpy nail. And then I'm going to top coat. Nice generous layer of top coat, and it will go into my lamp for 30 seconds. So that's the thumbnail done. Let's get on to the rest. Now I am using Don't Trifle With Me, and I'm going about halfway up the nail. Look at that coverage. Jeez, that's so good. And then on the top, I'm using Lazy Sundays. I don't cure, not curing yet. This is what I call a messy ombre. I don't use an ombre brush. I don't use a sponge. What I do is, once I've kind of got these two meeting in the middle, I will scrape the product off of my brush, and I will use my palette to kind of wipe as much of the product off as possible, and I will just do tiny little strokes. And then I'll clean my brush off onto my palette, just wipe it onto the palette. Don't use pads or wipes or anything, because you'll probably end up with loads of fibres. Just use a little palette, it's a lot easier. Give it a little mix up. And then once you're kind of happy with it, because this is only the first coat and it doesn't have to be perfect, pop it in the lamp for 30 seconds and then just repeat the same thing. It doesn't have to be the perfect ombre, because we're going to put glitter and hand painted art over the top. So I just think I faff about with gel ombres and I'm never ever happy with them. So I'd rather do it this way, which is quicker for me, and just use glitter and, you know, bits and bobs to kind of add to the design so the focus isn't on the ombre. It's basically cheating. So same again, give it, I've didn't show you cleaning off my brush because it was out of shot, so I've cleaned off most of the product off my brush. Although it looks quite covered in gel, it's actually not, it's like dry brushing. And then I wipe it, go back. And I mean, it gives an alright ombre, it's not too bad, it could be better, but I'm happy with that. So I've cured it for 30 seconds. Again, it's got a tacky layer, so I'm going to get my pigment brush, get my glitter, and just repeat the same steps and then top coat. But after top coating, we'll do something different. So it's been top coated, and now I'm going to buff the shine off. There's another option. You could top coat with a matte top coat first, but it has to be a clear matte and not a cloudy matte, because otherwise it won't show as well. So I don't have a Licente matte top coat, so I thought, right, I'll just buff it. I just want to take the shine off. And then once I'm happy with that, I'm going in with my black gel paint and my tiny micro styler brush that I've got, and I'm just going to do some patterns. Now this is kind of like a animal print, no specific, and I don't know, it's just what I fancied doing, and I'm doing it slightly at an angle. I'm definitely getting more into doing little hand painted bits and bobs. I do enjoy it, it's really therapeutic actually. So I'll keep doing that. I use my thumb as a little palette as well because I find it a bit easier because it's closer, isn't it? Closer to the nail. And I hold my brush as close to a 90-degree angle as I can, really. I find it kind of helps. Apart from where I want a thicker end, I'll put my brush tilted and I'll add a little bit more pressure. So I've done that part, and then on the other side of the nail I'm just going to get a dotting tool. So simple. Dotting tools are something that have been with me since day one. I'm just going to do some random dots. There you go, that goes in the lamp. When it's cured, top coat, the glitter comes to life. You've got all these elements. You've got the ombre, the glitter, the hand painted art, and I really love it. Really pretty. On to the second nail. We're doing another ombre. I'm ombreing Mint to Be. Mint to Be. I don't know if any of you are old enough to have ever watched Allo Allo with that policeman that would say, "I was just pissing by your door." Well, that's what Mint to Be reminds me of. Because when you say it, Mint to Be, and then Squeeze the Day as well. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to ombre these two colours and then get on with some more pretty stuff.
Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. En cambio de decir, él me encanta, yo lo quiero, pues dímelo a mí, que no me hago daño. Baby, cuando te vi con tu falda, no exagero, me quedé.
Same again with the glitter. So it's been cured in my lamp for 30 seconds and I'm tapping the glitter into the tacky layer, and then I'll pat it down with my finger. Top coat on and then a 30-second cure, and then we'll buff the nail. And this time I'm going for, I don't know what it is, almost like, you know, like have you seen like the cloudy leopardy, I don't know, kind of, it's just what's in my head. Don't like compare it to any real animal print because it's probably not correct, but it's what I wanted to do, which is what art is. Art is what comes in your head and out through your body to form something artistic. Someone else might go, that's beautiful, and someone else might say that's hideous, because that's art. It really helps if you have a shaky hand as well. But But these are things that in a salon you can rustle up really quickly, if you're lucky enough to be open, that is. Or on yourself, or on press-on nails for clients. Nice and quick, very effective. So I'll do that down the nail in a kind of diagonal pattern, more pattern in the middle, and then thinner at either tip, like I would with a crystal trail, for example. And then we'll cure that for 60 seconds. And once it's out the lamp, we're going to do a nice coat of top coat, and that's the third nail done. Again, you've got all the elements. You've got the ombre, the shimmer of that golden iridescent glitter, and then the hand-painted art. Next ombre is Let Them Eat Cake, and I'm mixing that with Easy as Pie.
A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever after. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time love?
And then once it's cured, I'll do the same with the glitter. While I've got you all here, over on my new Instagram, which is Southwest Nail Training, I'm doing free education, like chit chats, questions, helping people. So I did one on correcting the angle of tip application so that when you make them more tapered, you don't get an upward swoop. I've been talking about nail prep and how not to damage your natural nails. It's all just talking points and helping people get their confidence, because a lot of people are saying I've lost my confidence. And so head on over to that. I'll link it in the description box. Okay, so I've top coated, buffed, and now I'm drawing a long wavy line. This is going to be a little branch. I'm keeping my brush as upright as I can for this because I don't want it to go too thick. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect, because it wouldn't be perfect in real life, would it? Like in nature. And I'm just going to add some little leaves. I won't join them to the branch yet. I'll just do the little leaves and then fill them in. And then after that, I'll join them to the stem.
That we had something special. I thought I handled this so well. I know we had the right intentions, but somehow it came to an end. I was looking for a remedy. All I better was in front of me. I was looking for a remedy. All I better was in front of me. Yeah. Push you back, hold you close, start a fight, there you go.
Then once it's had a cure, I'm going to top coat it, and that's that nail done. Quite good, straightforward elements, but when you put them all together, that's when it becomes more effective. And onto the final nail, where I'm going to ombre Lazy Sundays and Mint to Be. Mint to Be! And this is probably the most simple hand-painted design out of all of them, because it's just dotting. Very, very simple, very straightforward. Again, nice and quick for salon or designing tips for clients. And I just think when you pull the whole set together with these colours of gel polish, with this collection, the colours just go so well as a whole set using all of them. It just looks so bright and summery and fun. I was faffing about with this one, but it's, again, doesn't matter because I'm sprinkling glitter on it, so chuck glitter on it if in doubt.
Start a fight, there you go. I get unstable, I get unstable. Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better.
So with this one, I used the bigger side of my dotting tool, even though it's a small nail, because that's like, oh no, big dots. I love it. Look at it. Going down in size. I just love that. I think it's so cool. What I will say is you need to apply slightly more top coat, whether you do it in 2 layers. To be honest, if I was giving these to clients, I would automatically double top coat. Okay? So do 1 top coat and either half cure it, or you can use a top coat that has a sticky layer and then a top coat that has a non-sticky layer, because you want to protect your artwork. And here's the finished set. I really hope you've liked this video. Any questions, pop them down below. Find me on my social media accounts and I'll see you soon. Tally, bye!